Hi guys, the FFX Hunter here with our Forex market preview for the following week 18 till 24 February 2018. I hope you all had a great weekend and you spent quality time with your families, hobbies, that you rested from the charts, rested from the work, from the stress, from everything. But now it's Sunday and let's have a look what we're gonna trade in the following week. Let's start as usually with the dollar index, which is breaking through this 3-year slow with the monthly candle which closed on the January. But now what we can see on the weekly, we are still in this demand zone bouncing and have obstacles to break lower. And on the daily chart we can see that we are bouncing again, and the Friday was closed with this nice engulfing candle. I believe there is still potential to go much higher before this downtrend began. So on the dollar I could see some more strength for the while, for the couple weeks before we continue down. Let's continue with the gold. Gold on the monthly chart, we have nice uptrend with a nice creating structure with higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. But now we are in this supply zone, which I believe will create some corrective move down to the demands before we continue more up. So now, as we can see on the weekly as well, we have very strong rejections from these highs, from these 1360 areas, and as well on the daily we already can see nice break lower, retest, and there could be potential continue with the shorts. So for me at now, the shorts on the gold, but the long term my target is over 1600. So I believe that the gold could go much higher, but not yet. They must prepare the positions, so I believe there could be some retest and then continuation up. Oil, we have nice uptrend on the monthly chart, but there is a oil is in a nice uptrend on the monthly with this engulfing candle which it didn't close yet, but on the weekly we already break this trend line zone and sitting on this demand zone. So let's see what I believe that now it could happen, that they will come up to retest this area, this supply zone on the weekly, which is actually created here, and this trend line, and then continuation lower to this area, where I believe in these areas the market makers will be adding more trades, and then we could see continuation on the to the top. Oil, we have monthly uptrend with the engulfing candle which didn't close yet. On the weekly we could see that this trend is already broken and sitting on this demand zone, and I believe the market will come back up again to retest these areas, this one or this one, and then it will continue much lower to this area. So let's say around 57, 53, somewhere here. This could be target where the market makers could add more positions before it continues up. So now it's some profit taking before, and I believe drops, and then we could continue up. German DAX, monthly we have nice uptrend with this engulfing candle bouncing from the supply area, but I don't believe this is the end of this breaks, because let's have a look on the weekly. On the weekly we break strongly through this trend line, as well on the daily we break strongly. So what could be the next scenario? Next scenario could be another retest of this area and then continuation lower. Yeah, so longs now, short-term longs, and then we could go lower to retest this area. Aussie dollar, we can see nice monthly uptrend with nice structure creating. On the weekly, this last like is very strong overextended uptrend, but without any correction, and these trends doesn't last for a long time, especially if they are covered with this strong engulfing bearish candle. And if we check the volume, you can see the volume is in here is big, it's a huge massive volume in this candle. So the bears, they just came and they said no, we are not continuing up now. So the market is now moving down, retesting again, we can see here retesting, and I believe there is still potential to take us lower before the market continue up. So we can see this we can see that this is in confluence with the dollar index. Yes, so the dollar index actually with this move it breaks that low. Now we are doing the correction to retest the supply zone on the dollar index, and when it's gonna be enough, which potentially on this pair could be somewhere here in this demand zone, then the sides will just change the leader and it will continue up. So for now, I will be taking the shorts on the 4 hours chart. Euro dollar, we can see nice monthly uptrend as well on the weekly, but the monthly supply zone is now in the control. They just rejecting here, so I believe the market could drop much lower, which actually happened already here on the daily. They break through this trend line, now they're retesting, and we can see the volume here is slow, is making the volume is not notable here. So this move up is just pure manipulation to manipulate price higher and close more longs, more take more profits here. So what's gonna happen when the institutions take the profits here? The price will drop. So I will be looking for the shorts for now. Pound dollar, monthly we have strong uptrend, but this supply zone could make obstacles. Weekly we can see that as well in the supply zone. As well we can see something similar on the daily, but what is happening here, what is difference between the euro and the pound is that on the pound, when I see the market dropping, I still can see the volume is rising. So I believe there still will be some bulls potentially taking us the higher. So I actually have the open trade. I have a short on the pound dollar for now, but I will move the take profit just a bit higher, and I will move the stop loss to the break even, because I believe that the market still can go higher, and I want to protect the capital. So for now I have a trade, but I'm not gonna open new trade, and I will wait. Kiwi dollar, monthly uptrend, but this looks more like a consolidation phase, so there's nothing extra happening, not clear trend. The weekly we can see something similar as on the dollar. We could see this overextended trend, then a bit drop and retest again in the higher levels. But what the volume does tell us, that it still could go a little bit higher. So for now I'm preparing for the short, but I will need more confirmations. Dollar yen, monthly downtrend, breaking through the low and creating new low. I believe there is still room to continue lower, to test these demand zones, but I will not take a short now here. Only if the market come back, then I will take a short. So we can see my plan here on the 4 hours. The short time there could be some long, but I don't know if they can take the market lower now. I don't know what's gonna happen, but if the market go up, If market comes to the 1.108 area, I will take a short for the continuation of the downtrend. Dollar CAD monthly strong downtrend, but failing to create a new lower low. On the weekly, we are bouncing from this weekly demand zone. Then there was some consolidation, drop, and creating new demand zone again. And this is what we can see on the daily. So we see that from this demand zone we have a strong departure, then consolidation, and this pin bar candle which was created last Friday when was the inflation data release, and now the market is moving a little bit low, but it's not any clear trend. And what does the volume tell us? If we look to the volume, we can see that nothing extra is happening there. So for now I stay off, but if the market comes lower I will take a long. Now crosses, so outcat monthly broken downtrend which we had here, but now we are moving up, but it's not clear uptrend. On the weekly it's already clear uptrend, daily clear uptrend, but this Aussie cat monthly broken downtrend but moving up, but this is not any clear structure. Weekly as well we have uptrend, daily as well, but I don't like this structure. This is nothing clear, and maybe on the 4 hours it will give me more clue that we moving up, and on this drop we can see the volume coming inside. So this is convincing me that the market still can continue up. We have actually already 3 trades on the Aussie cat, and I will keep them and I will not be adding more trades. But if you want to take a long, wait the market drops lower and then take a long, because I believe that the parity is possible on this specific pair. Aussie franc monthly we have more sideways movement than uptrend, but per my rules I have to draw the trend line. Weekly we can see the break of this low, so I have to connect it, and it's a downtrend for me, but arriving to this demand zone. And on the daily I actually already can see that there is some consolidation here, and if I check the volume can tell me that we can go higher, and we can see it better on the 4 hours chart. So let me show you what we actually see here. We actually can see that the market is dropping. Yes, market is dropping. This is the downtrend. This is no doubt about it, that is downtrend. But then when the market start to, when the more volume is, you can see that on this part there's not any big volume. Yes, not any big volume, but then the volume is coming in, and we can see that on this area there is a volume. On the lows the volume is coming in, then moving up again, then the low and volume again, low and volume again. So what that means? That means that actually the market makers are already building their positions. They probably need to fill some big orders, but they cannot just open one big position. If they do this, if they open one big position, what's gonna happen? Then they just open and the price is going up like this, and they didn't fill all their orders, because they need a liquidity, and if there is not enough liquidity they just cannot do it, and they don't want to manipulate price so quickly like this. They want better buy couple times in these lows for the better price, and when they have enough positions what they need, then they will move the price higher. Mostly what they as well do, they do the false breakout to trick the traders to take a bears to the trade, and then they move to the up. So I believe this could be the consolidation phase when they building the position. So I will be looking for the longs, short-term longs on the Aussie franc, Aussie Kiwi. This supply zone is in the control and moving price lower, but still uptrend on the monthly. And on the weekly, we break through this low, creating new supply zone, and there is still space which I believe it will be filled. But it's too early to too late to short now, because if you look to the daily, we are actually sitting on this demand zone. So this demand zone must be first removed to the continue. So if this is broken, then we have a continuation down. But I believe what could happen is that they could break lower, and then they will go up. Why? Because there will be a lot of stop losses and they want them, and they need to fill up the liquidity. So I will be taking the shorts higher, which is per my plan here on the 4 hours. Aussie yen monthly uptrend, but the trend line was broken last month, and now we are in this weekly demand zone. So if this zone is removed, I believe the market could continue much lower, and it's actually happening on the all yen pairs. All yen pairs are breaking lower now, and there was in the downtrend for last 2 weeks, and I believe now the correction will come, because if we look to the volume on the 4 hours chart, we can see the similar thing. The market is dropping, and here now we can see the more bulls volume is coming inside. So I believe we could see some potential move up before the continuation of the downtrend. So the Aussie yen, I will be looking for to take a longs, because the volume and the price action says so. CAD, similar situation as on the Aussie yen. I see monthly uptrend, but the trend line is broken now, as well on the weekly, the broken low, and daily downtrend already. But I will not take short higher. So if the market will come higher, I will be taking the shorts. If the market will not come up, and it will start bouncing through this around this demand zone, I will be taking the longs, because now it's like in the middle. Now it's like more down, more on the downside, but it's late to take shorts and early to take longs. So if the market reverse, I will be taking shorts. If not, I will be taking longs. Euro Aussie monthly uptrend coming to the supply zone, but there is still room to fill it up. On the weekly, we have already breaking lower with nice engulfing candles, and now retesting and rejection on this supply zones. So I believe there could be some potential move downwards, which I already have planned here on my 4 hours time frame, where I can see this consolidation phase confirmed by this bearish volume, and so I believe the market will drop lower. But if the market will drop lower on the daily time frame, I have prepared the long trade because I believe that there is still this space to retest this supply zone on the monthly. So when the market drops lower, I will take longs, but now I will be shorting. EuroCAD monthly uptrend coming to the supply zone. As well on the weekly, we are in the supply zone. So I believe now we could see maybe some potential move down, because EuroCAD monthly uptrend arriving to the supply zone, weekly as well the uptrend arriving to the supply zone, and on the daily we can see overextended trend, which, as I said, these trends doesn't last for a long time. So on the 4 hours if we look, we can see some bearish volume coming in and breaking through the trend line. So I believe there will be some potential reversal for the short term, and so I'll be taking the short on the Euro CAD. Euro pound monthly uptrend broken, and more like a consolidation as well. The weekly is consolidation, daily nothing clear, but the 4 hours, if I look for the volume, I see a lot of bearish volume on the tops and breaking through the lows. So I have actually already one short trade, and I will add another trade for this trade between these in this range, but not any long-term trade now. Euro yen, similar to other pairs, monthly overextended uptrend with the bearish engulfing candle. This is very strong bearish engulfing candle. I believe this candle could take us much lower. And on the weekly we are breaking through the trend line. On the daily as well we came to this demand zone, so I believe this could be broken. But now for this moment I see some bearish bullish volume. I see some bullish volume coming in, and it could lead us to make some correction up, and which on the weekly will look like this correction up and the retest of this trend line. And when they will be here and the volume will be coming inside, I believe that something like this could happen. It will not take a couple days or weeks, and it's for the long term, but this could be potential nice trade. So short term up, long term shorts. Pound CAD monthly, we are in the consolidation, weekly uptrend, but having obstacles to break through the supply zone. So I believe there could some correction come. On the daily, we are breaking through this trend line and retesting it again. So I will be watching it closely now. If I look at the 4 hours, I can see some volume, but this is not clear yet. So I don't trade any trade yet, but I believe in the break lower later. Pound yen, similar like other pairs, uptrend, obstacles in the monthly supply zone. Remember guys, monthly supply zones are always strong, and this never can be broken with just like easy. It's will need more power, and I believe if that happens, market will drop first and then continue up. So we can see on the weekly nice engulfing candle, as well on the monthly. In the monthly engulfing candle, it's strong sell signal. So I will wait for the retest, higher levels, and then shorts. Pound kiwi monthly uptrend, weekly broken uptrend with retesting the supply zone. So it tells me I will be looking for the shorts. So for the shorts, when the market will be higher. On the daily, the market is now in the middle of the nowhere. So if the market will come up, I will short. If it will go straight down, I will take a long, but somewhere just short-term long. Kiwi cat, monthly downtrend, weekly uptrend coming to the supply zone, and monthly daily uptrend as well, 4 hours uptrends as well. But as I see that we are coming to this weekly supply zone, for me it's late to take a long. So I will wait what's gonna be happening here, then I will be probably taking the short if I will see more confirmation. Kiwi yen, this monthly consolidation is now breaking lower. On the weekly as well, we breaking lower on this downtrend where was the consolidation and breaking lower. So let's see what's gonna be happening now, because as I said on the other pair, we are very close to the demand zones and far from the supply zones. So as I see the downtrend, it's too late to short, yeah. So I will be looking for the short-term longs on the corrections on these yen pairs for now. We can see it on the 4 hours very nicely. We can see this volume coming in, the bulls volumes, which could be leading us up as a correction on this pair. So there could be some nice potential trade as this one. If I print just quickly, if I put the stop loss below this area and take profit here, which could happen, and you can see how does it look like on the daily as well. So this could be potential corrective move on the Kiwi yen. Let's have a look for the news, guys. So we will have so let's have a look for the news of the following week. So we will have a Carney speaking on the Monday, Australian Central Bank on the Tuesday night. We will have a FOMC on the Wednesday, and the CPI Canadian on the Friday, inflation. So this is, I think, the most important news which could bring the volatility next week. So let's see how it will affect the market. Okay, guys, so this is everything from me from this week. As well, I want to invite you to my new page, which I updated from my old page, where is much more stuff, much more information. There is some my automated systems. There's something about me, something about the signals, how you can join. As well, there is some old analysis, the previous analysis. There is more information about how to become my partner, and the blog where I post the new education videos and the things from the market. As well, I have my partner contact here, which is my brokerage specialist, and this is the one of the best broker I cooperate. And here is the contact. So if you have any question, you can just drop me the question and I will answer. So all of you guys, you are invited into my free Telegram channel. Just go to my website and click to the free Telegram channel, and it will invite you into my FX Hunters channel, where, as you all know, or you who don't know, I'm posting there most of the trades, most of the commentaries, so you have everything in your phone, and you can be updated daily, and you will see that it could help you if you mean it with the Forex really if you mean it really seriously with the Forex. If not, it could be good for you as well, because it could be good information, and then it could help you to move the forward. Okay, so it's everything from me. Thank you very much for your attention, and bye bye.